Hello and welcome to the Modern Skein podcast. My name is Sharon Graff and I'm the owner of the Modern Skein, which is a yarn shop here in Montgomery, Texas. Hope you're having a great, well, I don't know if this is the start of your day. Whenever you're watching it, usually it gets it gets uploaded kind of whenever. So hope you're having a great day. Whether it's the start of your day, the end of your day, middle of your day, doesn't matter. Grab yourself a beverage. I have my coffee, of course, and let's dive into another fun episode. So yes, Vincent and Max sent me the most awesome coffee mug. It's a good size. It's like my original Modern Skein white mugs, which I haven't been able to get in forever. But it's that same size, so it's just a good, and it keeps the coffee really warm. I think it's got a metal core, which would do that. So anyway, cheers. They still have these on their website and they're on sale. So if you like this, go grab yourself one. So yeah, welcome to the episode. I'm a little discombobulated this morning. It's pouring buckets of rain, which we need, so I'm not complaining too much, but it's just like everyone forgot how to drive in the rain. The roads are trying to flood, and yeah, the chaos that long extended periods of rain come, and the internet's out. I've been working with my internet provider for like 3 days now, trying to get the internet back up. It was going in and out, and then it completely went out. It's just awful. Trying to do the, sorry, didn't mean to shake that. Trying to do all the adult, business owner fun things that are not necessarily the fun part of owning a yarn shop. But that's okay. So my hair is wet and bedraggled. I'm wet, but it's fine. Welcome to the podcast. I normally have a little thing. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I feel like it's been forever since I've filmed a podcast, but it's only been like a week and a half. So thank you if you've been putting up with my shenanigans this far. I think we're at 130 some odd episodes, which is awesome to think about. And if you've just found the podcast, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. It's changed a lot throughout the years, I think, for the better. But yeah, welcome to the yarn shop shenanigans. So let's get started. First off, we always go through finished objects, which I technically don't have any new finished objects. But I never did show you guys my finished Alpine Bloom that I finished before DFW, just in the nick of time, for Josh's Red Stag Fibre booth. And so I realized last episode that I didn't show it to you guys, and I didn't have it with me. So, ta-da! I say finished. There is definitely some ends that need to be finished, woven in, and snipped, but that is my Alpine Bloom. It has been wrinkled now to heck, but it's fine. Just needs a steam. So this is, again, Alpine Bloom Tea by Caitlin Hunter. The yarn that I used is, for the contrast, is Spincycle in the colorway Moonbeams, which is the Spincycle dyed in the wool collaboration with Rochelle of Moondrake yarns. And then the main color is Dachas sock from Red Stag Fibre in the antique leather colorway. So I think it turned out real well. I did it to pattern, the length, everything, and it's super cute. So that was finished, but that was finished a while ago. And then this got finished last week, not by me. This was kindly knit by Cathie, but I think it's one of my new favorite samples in the shop. This is the Tolsta Tea by Rebecca of Crayabea. The Crayabea podcast, that's the wrong side. This is the right side. So it's the Tolsta Tea, Rebecca Clow. And it's done in, well, the cool thing is the pattern gives you a pattern written for DK weight, pattern written for fingering weight, and then all sorts of different recipes, if you will, to add stripes, to add eyelets, to do all sorts of things to really customize a pretty basic tee that we have. So this is done in Scout. Sorry. Somehow I said to not have texts come in, but we got a text. So this is done in Scout in the burnt orange colorway, which is one of the new colorways for fall. Scout is one of my favorite go-to workhorse DK yarns. It's been a fan favorite in the shop for years. We've carried it for years. Actually, I realized the other day, I keep hitting the table. I realized the other day when I was talking to the new rep for Kelbourne that we actually brought in Kelbourne woolens, or Scout, the same year that they launched Scout, and I didn't even realize that. So it was a pretty new yarn when we brought it in to the shop, and it's been great. It's just amazingly soft. It's 100% American wool, and it's got great stitch definition. You can use it for cables. You can use it for plain simple tees. It softens so nicely with blocking. It's easy to wear. It's easy to care for. It isn't superwash, so you don't have sagging or anything like that of your garment after a while. And it's a workhorse yarn, and it's not very expensive. It's like, I think $18 for 270 yards. So definitely it's a high quality yarn for sure. So that's my little toot for Scout and for the Tolsta Tea by Rebecca Clow. The Tolsta Tea is one of those patterns that you're going to knit again and again. I'm going to knit myself one, I think out of black, because, you know, or at least a dark gray. I would wear the heck out of that. You can add long sleeves. We've got a lady that picked out yarn last Saturday, and she's just going to lengthen the sleeves. I think she's going to do like elbow length, but she might even do long sleeve. You can lengthen the body. It's not cropped. It's just normal t-shirt length right now, but you could always add length. You could crop it, all sorts of things. And this only took, so this was the size 3 or 4. I believe the finished measurement on it is 40-inch bust, laying flat, or, you know, around. And it took like two skeins plus like, I don't know, maybe 10-15 grams of the third skein. So it doesn't take a whole lot of yarn. But yeah, you could do all sorts of things with it. You could put big wide stripes, you could put narrow stripes, like I said, eyelets, lace patterning, all sorts of things. It's just a great all around basic tee that's going to be a staple in your wardrobe. Okay, moving on to what I'm working on. Because it is so rainy, I did not bring a whole heck of a lot with me. In fact, I think I only brought one project. I did not bring my Eva. So I did make progress on my Eva. I wish I brought it to show you. I finished an entire sleeve of my Eva cardigan, which is by Petite Knit, and I'm doing it, in the double Sunday. But like I said, unfortunately, that got left at home. I have made good progress on my Bumpy Cardigan by Maxim Sear, Max the Knitter. Shake it out. Ta-da! So I've done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done 7 of the I-cord bumps, and I'm going till 9. So I only have 2 more to do. Because I'm going to make it just as long as he did. I really liked it. It's more, on me, it hits kind of like just below the bum, I guess. Yeah, kind of tunic length on me. Which will just be really nice and cozy, and then I'll knit the sleeves. I am waiting. A lot of times, you know, I will knit sleeves first, but because I want to see how the Spincycle colors go, I am waiting and going to do the sleeves last, but also in tandem, so that I get some semblance of matching on my sleeves. I'm not going to be like cutting up my Spincycle to match, but I'm probably going to do one, then do the other one, so they at least kind of semi-coordinate, if that makes sense. So, loving this, loving the yarn. It's so soft. This is the Fluff by Les Garçons and Walcot yarns, which we just restocked. So we still have most of the colors available. Some already have sold out again, but the fluff is amazing for this size, which is the size 4. Yeah. Size 4, it's going to take 5 skeins of the fluff and then 2, not even fully 2, of Spincycle. I will have enough Spincycle to do the Bumpy Cowl, which just came out today. And you do 2 skeins of DK, and then you use like half of a skein of Spincycle. So I'll have enough of leftover Spincycle from this to do a coordinating Bumpy Cowl, which we are hosting our Bumpy Along. That's a good name for it. I don't think I've actually called it that, but our Bumpy Make Along. It had started out to be Knit a Bumpy Cardigan, but we've expanded since the Bumpy collection now has the cowl, the Moonbump shawl, which is right there, and the cardigan. You can knit any of those items, get yarn from here from us, from the store, and join us in the make along. And yeah, we have, I can't remember. I think I said by Thanksgiving or maybe by December 1st. But we might make it through. Yeah, I think that's a good time frame. Anyway, double check. The info will be in a link in the show notes below. It'll also be on our website. I'll do an Instagram post about it as well. But definitely join us for the Bumpy. I've got a few gifts that are Les Garçons inspired, and we might have to give those out for prizes. So definitely join us in the Bumpy Cardigan and Cowl and Moonbumps knit along. That's going to be so fun. The Bumpy Cardigan is hanging out in my Hide and Hammer Les Garçons retreat bag, which it's going to have to move because it is starting to get a little bit big for it, but I'm planning on putting my MKAL yarn, which we cast on tomorrow, in my Hide and Hammer bag. Speaking of MKAL, I do have my yarn with me, so I will show you. I just wound it all Saturday. Oops. So if you are low, well, you haven't seen the, no, never mind. We're having a knit along party for the MKAL tomorrow, but it will have already passed by the time this goes up. But we are, now I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, never mind. So my MKAL for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along that happens every year, this is my MKAL yarn. Screenshot. So this is all Les Garçons BFL sock, which I adore this base. and it's the gray fade. So we have Moira's Black Rose here at the top, CHeryls Coal Gray, Meridiths Gray, and Emma's Stone. That's just perfect. Is it Emma Stone or is it natural? No, it's Emma Stone. Yeah, it's Emma Stone. Had a moment. But that is my MKAL colors. I also have a skein or a spool of the Krimkey Soul Wool Sparkle in the black that I might throw into a section. Just depends on how adventurous I feel during the MKAL. So hopefully you guys are participating in the MKAL. It's super fun every year, and even if you don't finish, it's fine. It's just a lot of fun to get together and see everyone's color choices. I'm really excited about the gradient aspect of it this year. And I'm looking forward to see what he pops in there for crazy fun things in the knit-along. So now, speaking of knit-alongs, you don't have to participate in our knit-alongs, but if you consider Modern Skein to be one of your local yarn shops, whether you are far away or nearby, we are starting up for the fall a Zoom sit and stitch. So the Zoom happens from 7 to 8 on Tuesdays, and it's not every Tuesday, it's every other Tuesday. So the next one will be, what is it, the 17th of October, I think? Yeah, I think so. So if you're seeing this, send us an email at themodernskein at gmail.com, or send us a DM on Instagram, and we'll send you the link and the passcode. I'm not just putting it out there simply because, not because I'm trying to limit who gets on there. I'm trying to make sure that we don't get any scammy, spammy junk jumping in there. So I do have a waiting room. You have a passcode to put in. Keeping it to real people on the Zoom. So that's for everyone's safety. So definitely, whether you're near or far, I hope you will take the time and join us on one of the Zooms, especially if you're working on your MKAL with yarn you brought from us, or just consider us to be one of your LYSs, or just follow along and want to see some of the shenanigans live. Definitely tune in, and yeah, it'll be a great place to work on your Bumpy as well, if you're participating in that. And we just look forward to seeing you guys on the Zoom as well. And what else? I think that's really it as far as announcements. Oh, we still have a few, speaking of announcements, we still have a few spots left for locals, or if you want to travel, for our Texas Rhinebeck weekend. We have trunk shows from Coletta Designs, which she is out of the San Antonio area and does beautiful weavings that she then turns into gorgeous project bags. So she's very talented. She makes the fabric weaving from different yarns, a lot of fingering weight, hedgehog, and things like that. And then she turns them into beautiful project totes and notions bags and things like that. So she'll be bringing her goodies. She'll be here Friday for the late night meet and greet with Leslie Ann Robinson. And so will, oh my gosh, Victoria, I almost forgot her name, of Wanderluck Fibers out of the DFW area. She's coming and bringing a beautiful trunk show of her yarns. She has some beautiful new bases that she's bringing. She just has beautiful, soft, aesthetic yarns. Gorgeous. Very micro speckled, very, very soft, very nice. So she's coming and having the trunk show. And then, of course, Leslie Ann Robinson will be here Friday night for meet and greet, sit and stitch. We're going to have charcuterie board, all the fun things. And then we have a few spots left in the morning class, which the morning class has changed. It is now, I believe, just $55, and it is her color theory class, brand new class that she hasn't taught anywhere else yet. and that's super exciting. So we still have a few spots left for that one. And then in the afternoon, it's $85, and it is the hands-on 2-color brioche class for the Forest Spirits shawl, which is releasing that weekend exclusively to the people that are taking the class, and then it will release to Ravelry and the general public the next week, which is a new shawl that she's designed in Red Stag Fibre. It's a beautiful, beautiful shawl. It'll go over increases and decreases. You do need to be familiar with 2-color brioche, but even if you haven't done decreases or increases yet, that's fine, because she's going to walk you through those step by step. It's a great thing. If you've done a brioche class, maybe you took one of my brioche classes or Cathie's brioche classes, or maybe you've taken the basic brioche class from Leslie at either Houston Fiber Fest or DFW, this is a great additionary class to expand your brioching abilities. Or take a brioche, maybe you did brioche a while ago and you're like, I just need the refresher. It's a great class for you. So, details, there'll be a link below. Definitely join us if you can. It's going to be a very fun weekend celebrating our own version of Rhinebeck. I'm going to try and find some apple cider donuts somewhere. It's always hard, but I can usually find them. I usually end up having to take a trek down to Trader Joe's, like an hour away, but I will find apple cider donuts. I will, because we got to recreate Rhinebeck. But anyway, that is that for events. Now we're going to dive into new yarns, because we have new yarns. We also are waiting. See those empty shelves? Those are going to be filled, hopefully, better be, by the next podcast. Hopefully by the end of this week, with a new to us yarn that we have been waiting for like 3 years. I think 3 years. I can't remember when I got on their wait list, to be perfectly honest. But it's in customs right now. And I don't know. They're just like holding it. And they're like, no, there's nothing you need to do. We're just holding on to it. I'm like, well, I need it. I want it. So, anyway. U.S. Customs and yarn is a weird thing. Because I don't think anyone who works in the U.S. Customs that I've ever talked to knits or crochets, because they don't have a clue what yarn is. Okay, let's talk about yarn. So, let's talk about fluff. So, as you can see, we have a wide palette now of fluff colors. As you can see, though, a lot of our warm colors have resold out. So there's that, but we have plenty of good, awesome colors, such as the feather colorway. So feather is back in stock in sweater quantities. This is what I'm using in my Bumpy. This is what Max used in his Bumpy cardigan, and also in the secondary version of the Moon Bumps, where he just used 2 skeins of this and a skein of Spincycle. So if you're looking for a low budget version of the Moon Bumps, instead of 4 skeins of Fua Fua, you just need 2 skeins of feather. So that's a great option for you. So that's feather. This is Cold Rain. I'm going to put them side by side. So feather, as you can see, is like a warm gray, warm toned gray. Cold Rain is a cold tone gray with just a hint of a blue undertone, but just barely. So it's, if you're looking for a cold gray, go with Cold Rain. If you're looking for a warm gray, go with feather. I'll also compare this one. So this is Mist. So Mist is another one of the pale colors, but it's definitely like a light sea foam, kind of misty gray-green colorway. So that's Mist. Then we have, this is Shadow, the beautiful charcoal black. And this is Officer, which is like a green, deep camo-y kind of green khaki color. So those two, that would be good for something. Then we have Goldenrod, nice beautiful mustard. This is Boreal. This is Glacial Depths. So you can see Boreal is more of the green, and Glacial Depths is the blue. In case you're wondering, it's 219 yards on a skein. It is a sport to decay, 55% baby alpaca, 18% fine merino, 17% mulberry silk, 10% yak, and 100% dreamy. And last 3 colors of fluff, we have something like this. This is English Rose, Lavender Tea, which is the dusty lavender kind of color. To me, it looks like lavender milk tea. And then Amethyst, which is your brighter purple. So those are the colors of fluff. So nice. Definitely snag those for sure. Now, also restocked. Grab this. So as you can see, this is my interference. I've talked about it for many, many podcasts. Also a pattern by Max the Knitter. I test knit it. If you've been looking for my original colors, they are back in Double Sunday. So I just got the box yesterday. The original colors that I used is all the petite knit colorways from Double Sunday in the Sandnes Garn. So this is camel. Camel. Then Sailor in the Dark, which is technically navy, not black. I do have black if you'd prefer black. And then Whipped Cream, which is the light, almost white, but it is not white colorways. I do now, like I said, I have jet black and I have white in the regular Double Sunday, not the petite knit colorways, if you are looking for a pure white and a pure black. But those are restocked in multiple sweater quantities. So if you're looking for sizing, roughly to start, you're going to need about 8 balls of the camel and 2 balls each for the smaller sizes of the Sailor in the Dark and the Whipped Cream. And as you go up, you'll need, I think at most 3 of each color for the largest sizes, 3 of each. And then I think up to 14 of these. So it's real good because he puts yardage amounts for each of the colors, and then you can just go on the ball. We've got about 118 yards per ball. So we also, in the Sunday, not the Double Sunday, so Double Sunday's DK, Sunday is fingering. They launched new colors in Sunday. So we now have them all. Ta-da! So let me go over them real quick. It's really nice because they finally expanded the pink collection because they were very sorely lacking in pinks. So all of these are new colors. This is Plastic Pink. This is a petite knit colorway. It is very like plastic 1990s Polly Pocket pink. The rest of these are regular Sunday colors. This is Pink Lilac. This is Magenta. And this one is Jazzy Pink. I would have reversed them, but I'm not the one in charge of naming. So those are the new pinks. And then we also have Perfect Purple, which is, again, it's that barely there dusty lilac kind of color. In fact, they used to have a color called Dusty Lilac that was discontinued, and this is pretty much it. Perfect Purple, again, on the petite knit side of colors. So on the website, you'll see Sunday, and then you'll see Sunday by Petite Knit. So the color palette that she created is in a separate listing. And then this is Urban Chic, which is really, really pretty. It's like they took deep petrol teal and put a bunch of light gray in it. So like a dusty petrol kind of color, but Urban Chic, 9080. That being said, they came out with matching mohairs for most of those shades. Oh, there's also, I didn't bring that. I think we have it. There's also a colorway called Yellow Moonstone, which is like a pale buttery yellow. We have it on mohair, and we have it on the Sunday as well. So that is Yellow Moonstone. Beautiful tin silk mohair. This is the Urban Chic. Pairs beautifully together. Then we've got, this is Magenta. Again, magenta. It's also more pink than Shocking Pink, which has that definite purple tinge to it. It's close, but it's different. This is the Jazzy Pink. This is also a new colorway. They didn't bring out a Sunday color in it, but this is called Chocolate. It's that really nice warm brown color that's really popular right now for clothes. Then this is Pink Lilac. And then we also got restocked in the Poppy colorway. We got restocked on Double Sunday. It was out of stock on Sunday, but the mohair and the Double Sunday, we have the Poppy colorway again. And then we also got light gray, which had been back ordered for ages. So we've got, I think we're only missing like 2 colors maybe of tin silk mohair right now. They're out of stock. So we've got pretty much the entire color palette. I've got a very large, almost the full amount of, sorry, there's a worker going around and it might be my internet guy getting distracted. Anyway, almost the full palette of Double Sunday available, and most of the Sunday palette as well. So we're restocked on that. I think that's all I had. Yeah. So this is actually a little bit, I guess it's not too short. It's 30 minutes. Yeah. Should be good for you guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. And hopefully I have my Eva cardigan finished. But I may not, because we have the MKAL going on. So who knows what I have finished. Excuse me. Fluff. Not fluff. Mohair. Fluff does not shed, by the way. This mohair does not shed nearly as bad as other mohairs. But every now and then you'll get a fuzzy. And it goes straight to my nose. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to go check on that internet guy wandering around, because I'm pretty sure he's here to fix my internet, which would be amazing. So have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll chat with you later. Bye.